Hey, what's up, all my artful souls? Kyle Buckland here. I just wanted to do a little time lapse here of a demo that I've been working on my Patreon page. So if you're not familiar with my Patreon page, for $1 a month, you can sign up and get access to daily 5-minute art instruction videos. So the link for that's in the description below. But I just wanted to talk just briefly about, painting trees and how important trees are in landscape painting. So they're really like the main characters in a landscape, in a lot of landscapes. And if we learn to draw them correctly and paint their character, it'll really help us with our landscape painting because, one of the benefits of becoming very comfortable drawing trees is that you're able to move them around and position them how you need them in your composition. Now, that's not what we're doing here. This is more of a faithful interpretation of these trees. So I'm trying to be very deliberate about drawing them and keeping them, in the right place. So, and staying pretty faithful to the actual reference photo. So, one thing about these trees is they're weathered, right? They've been through a lot of storms. They're older trees, and so we want to try to capture that characteristic of them. So you see that, I'm making sure to create this sort of twisting motion in that big main tree. Another thing I want to point out is that there's a nice thing that happens when you have several trees together, and that is that we get this beautiful kind of energy between the trees themselves. So you can see how you've got this big main tree, and then there's two other trees kind of to the side of it, and they kind of get out of the way of it. It's kind of wiggling itself, through their branches and getting up to the sunlight. So there's always this nice, beautiful rhythmic quality to trees when you have multiple trees together in one landscape. So you can see here how that sky really made those trees pop, right? So part of this is like a weaving process. So now I'm bringing some branches back in over top of the sky. I talk a lot more in detail about this in my Patreon demo. It's in real time, so we can kind of take our time and look at all these aspects. But, basically what we want to learn to do is to capture the spirit and the essence of the tree. It's not necessarily about drawing every single branch on there, but it really becomes about creating sort of this feeling of capturing the character of the tree. And all trees are different, right? So it helps to go out and look at different types of trees. You might have a big strong oak tree that has a sort of a stoic character, and then you could have a very lacy kind of delicate tree like a birch tree, or something that has a very like a very sensitive and delicate type of character to it. So we're not just drawing trees, right? We're trying to pay attention to how the tree grows, how it interacts with its environment, how it feels. More important than anything, we want to capture how the landscape feels. I know I talk a lot about that in my other demos too, and that's really important, right? We want to really try to focus on capturing the spirit of the place, so to speak. And one thing that'll help us do this is to just go outside and take some paper and some pencils or some charcoal and just sit outside and draw some trees, right? We don't have to try to compose an entire painting. A lot of times it's so much easier to focus on one aspect of painting when we take all the other aspects out of the equation. So just taking some charcoal or some pencils out and just make a habit of just drawing some trees, and you don't have to worry about composing them in a composition. You can place them right in the center of your painting, or right in the center of your drawing rather, and just focus on capturing the specific characteristics of that tree. See if you can figure out what makes that tree grow like it does, and then see if you can capture that essence with the charcoal or the pencil. So again, if you're not a patron, it's just $1 a month. You can sign up, and I'm doing daily videos on there now. So I've got a new series called Take 5 with Kyle. And these are daily art instruction videos, just 5 minutes, real short and sweet, but real informative. So, for example, this demo is broken up into several parts, and each day we look at a different aspect of it, and talk in depth about my approach, my techniques, color mixing, values, and really being able to streamline the process and not spend days and days and days on a painting. One thing that I want to teach people is how to very quickly establish the biggest shapes and the main parts in a painting, and that's what we do over there every single day. So the link to my Patreon is in the description below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Artful Souls if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.